The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Amp2.tv presents You and Your Doctor, teaching you to live a longer and healthier life. Proudly sponsored by All County Healthcare, where people are the heart of our business. All County Healthcare is a Medicare certified agency where one call will service all your home care health needs. For more information, call 954-717-7027 or visit our website, allcountyhealthcare.com. Now, let's get informed to living a longer and healthier life. Here is your host for today's show.
Welcome back to another episode of You and Your Doctor, sponsored by All County Healthcare. We are a certified home health care agency servicing Palm Beach County, Broward, and Miami-Dade. You can reach us directly at 954-717-7027. I am your host, Louise Gomez. Welcome to the show. And tonight we have the honor of introducing Mr. John Sawdon. He is the outreach coordinator right here at the Volen Center in Boca Raton. And the number is 561-395-8920, extension 205. And the website is, I have that, thevolencenter.com. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate you coming and sharing with us all your experiences that you've had in the Volen Center.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Yeah. And so for those of us that are listening out there, can you share with us a little bit about what is the Volen Center?
The Volen Center started in the late 60s by Ben and May Volen.
Okay.
She would take people to the hospital, the elder people. If you remember those little Volkswagen buses, those vans?
Yes, of course.
That's what she used. And then when she took them home, she goes, what are you going to do for the rest of the day? Well, I'll watch Jeopardy. I'll eat potato chips. I'll do whatever. She goes, no. So she got involved with this recreation center and started turning it into a senior center. Mm-hmm. And we've grown from there. And on one of her birthdays, her husband Ben says, happy birthday. What do you want for your birthday? She goes, I want a bus.
Wow.
So the buses you see going around,
yes,
she was the one that got him to start with the buses. So we have a lot of senior activities for seniors. And as I've shared with you, there's so many programs that people don't know.
I know. We're going to share with them what they are.
Okay.
There's so many. And real quickly, I do want to give out our phone number because I know there are people out there that are listening and they may have questions. They may be teetering on, oh, should I bring my dad or my mom or whatnot. So our number tonight is 888-994-4995, Studio A as in Apple. If you have any questions about the Volen Center, please call in. John will gladly answer all your questions and get you more information. My goodness, I am looking at this list and it is very impressive. I mean, people think it's just oh, I'm not going to the Volen Center. Is that a nursing home? They have a totally preconceived notion about what it is. So we're here to break that paradigm and to share with the audience exactly what it is because it's important. Because I can bet you there are people listening right now that will benefit from all your services.
I hope so. I'll go anywhere and talk to anyone as long as I reach one person.
Why are you so passionate about this, John? Because I could feel the passion. You're not doing this for a job. This is beyond that.
I'm from the hotel business, the hospitality business.
Okay.
And when I started volunteering at the Volen Center, I noticed all these people who needed something to do, who had nothing, who were coming from nothing at home to an activity to make friends. So to me, it's like hospitality.
Oh,
you just don't spend the night there.
Correct.
So I got involved with these folks, wanting to help them put a smile on their face, as we say in the hotel business, to exceed their expectations, to make them happy. And I was there for a while, and finally the boss says, why don't you just work here? You're here all the time anyway. So I says, okay. So I've been there for 13 years, getting more involved with these seniors. And I love the stories they tell me when they tap me on the shoulder and they say, Mr. John, I'm so glad I came here. You saved my life. I have friends. These are my sisters.
touching.
And there's another program we'll get to at the end
Okay.
that they
Oh,
like
yeah.
that they like to get involved with.
Okay.
And that's what keeps you going. You don't go into this line of work for the money or for the glory or anything. You do it because those folks deserve, at the end of their life, they deserve some respect
Yes,
and honor and integrity and having
absolutely.
fun.
Absolutely.
And that's what we do, and that's why I get a joy out of it. That's why I do it.
And it's similar to the same trajectory as Mrs. Volen. She was doing this because she wanted to sincerely help.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I know that this is the right place for people to call and people to at least explore the opportunities. Like when is there like a meet and greet, or is there anything, if people are curious and they want to go, is there a particular time that's best to stop in, or what do you suggest?
What we're doing now is people who want to come and look us over,
Yes.
they call the front desk and Valerie will answer the phone. She's
Okay.
a receptionist. She's my ATM for information.
Okay.
She knows everything about who to send you to, and you schedule an appointment with her, a
Okay.
tour
Nice.
at a particular time, and one of our staff members will show these individuals around 15, 20 minutes
Perfect.
and answer their questions and give them a list of our activities and so forth, and let them see if this is what they want to do.
Right.
And I usually tell folks, I says, don't say no, come for a week.
Right.
Come every day, see what
Right.
happens. Do what my mom used to do. And they always say, what was that? I hate broccoli.
Oh, that's a great example.
My mom says, have you ever had broccoli? I says, well, no. She says, then you have no opinion.
That's
Try
right.
it. I tried it. I hate it. But I tried it. So I say the same thing with these folks. Try it. You'll make friends. You might have some fun. You never know. If you don't like it, fine. I'm not here to sell you a car.
Of course.
We're here to make sure you have fun. And many times those who don't come, 6 months later,
Yeah.
oh, you're back. Yeah, she was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. I want to do it. And so they come back, and we take them into our family, and we have a great bunch of folks.
You know, we as humans are such interesting beings because we become creatures of habit. And so when we're used to just doing a certain thing over and over again, it can be uncomfortable to try something new. And I imagine as we age, it could be uncomfortable to step out of the box. And so I feel like what you're offering, there's no risk. It's not like you're committing to, I have to come every day or every whatever. You are doing it as try it and see, right? Explore.
Exactly. There's 3 things we try to follow that I learned from Dr. James Galvin from the University of Miami School of Medicine.
Okay.
People at this stage of life need to socialize.
Yes.
You can't sit at home because your
Absolutely.
brain will atrophy.
Yeah.
You need physical. So we have exercise programs, Tai Chi, chair exercise. We have a trainer that actually comes in.
Oh, I love that.
Right? And then you have to keep your mind active. They play games, they play bingo. We have discussion groups to keep them going.
Nice.
And especially after the pandemic, when seniors weren't getting out,
That's right.
when they came back, we noticed their level of cognition was like here.
Right.
After a while, they started to come back again,
Yeah.
which is important. Some of them never came back, and that's the sad part. But that's why we try to keep them active so that their mental abilities don't decline like this,
Right.
maybe like this.
Right.
A little, take the edge off it.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
what we do, and we're very successful at it.
Anybody listening, please call in if you have any questions for John. He will answer your questions. If you're teetering on should I bring my parent or not, please call in 888-994-4995 Studio A. So this is quite impressive. Now, life enrichment classes. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What is that about?
Life enrichment is a fancy term for senior activities.
Okay,
It's a recreation for 80-year-old teenagers.
I love that.
We have hot lunches every day, served restaurant style. We have pool and computers and discussion groups and chair exercises and outings. Every Monday we go to a local area restaurant, Cheesecake Factory, Olive Garden,
I love
wherever.
that.
They go out to that. We have parties galore. We have live music and dancing every Thursday. We have a game room where they can play cards and checkers and dominoes if they want to do something like that. And we have art classes, and we're always looking.
Yeah.
I have about 80 volunteers, so we're always looking for new things for these
Nice.
folks to do. So I tell people if they want to volunteer, I says, you might not want to do this. Give me an idea.
Right.
So I had one lady who says, well, I want to teach Mahjong. Great, let's
That's
do it.
amazing.
I'll buy a Mahjong set, you get your crew together,
Love
and
it.
we'll play Mahjong. And
That's amazing.
one time we had bridge clubs. There was 32 members of our bridge club
Oh my
at
God.
that point. And then the pandemic,
Sure.
and that cut it down. And the life enrichment's only $75 a year.
Oh my God, you can't go wrong with that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's amazing. You know, I wanted to tell you, I heard a study done by Dr. Joe Dispenza was talking about a study that they did in Harvard many years ago. And they took seniors and they gave them a home where they were maybe in their let's say in their 80s, I think it was. And they put newspapers, music, they put the whole ambiance to be like when they were in their 30s or 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, and they did that for a week. Significant changes. They tested biomarkers on, I can't even tell you how many different ones, completely changed. Just from being with their peers, engaging in that, in the music, in whatever they saw. It was very, very impressive.
That brings to mind an example, a little story. A lady brought her husband to our adult daycare. That's another program, a dementia Alzheimer's program.
Okay.
And after about a month, she comes back to me and she goes, what did you do to my husband? And my eyes are going, oh gosh,
what
what have I done now? And she smiled and she goes, no, this is a good thing. He comes home, he's a little more with it. He's easier to get along with. I get to have rest during the day and go be with my friends and do what I want to do.
Right.
And he comes back to a home that he recognizes, and on the weekends he's at home. So his cognition leveled off from that way, and he actually benefited from that. And there's a lot of stories
Yes.
just like that. If people would
Yes.
just take advantage of it
Yeah.
and use it.
It's
And
true.
that is like $75 a day for the days they come, from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. at night.
Okay.
If you're a vet, the VA will pay.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes all of it.
Oh, great.
Area Agency on Aging will help, and there's no income requirements
Okay.
for them. Medicaid will help pay. Some folks have long-term care insurance,
Okay.
not much.
Okay.
And then you've got families who split up the
Sure.
cost. So I'm thinking 10 hours a day for $75.
Can't go wrong.
That's $7 an hour.
I know.
Are they worth it? Is your mom and dad worth it?
That's right.
And they don't have to come every day.
That's
Some
right.
of them come 3-4 days a week. Big difference.
Absolutely.
Big difference, yes.
I'm sure. Okay, let's see what other activities you have. Oh my God. Bingo, live music and dancing, billiards, adult coloring, art classes, canasta, Scrabble. Oh, therapy dogs too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's amazing. So you really get them engaged and you really get them going. We have a quick commercial break, John. We'll be right
Okay.
back. We'll continue the conversation.
Thank you.
All
Okay.
right. Everybody, we'll be right back.
All County Healthcare has exciting news for any and all patients with COPD or other respiratory ailments. Listen to what renowned pulmonologist Dr. Keith Robinson has to say.
Hello, I'm Dr. Keith Robinson, board-certified pulmonologist, medical director at Fusion Health Pulmonary Rehabilitation, and a board member with the American Lung Association of South Florida. We have exciting news for patients with COPD. We now offer IPV therapy at home, which has been demonstrated to improve airway clearance, decrease hospitalization, and improve quality of life of patients with COPD. Please call All County Healthcare for more information about this FDA-approved therapy.
For further information, call All County Healthcare now at 954-717-7027. That is 954-717-7027, or visit our website at allcountyhealthcare.com. You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Remember, All County Healthcare always puts the patient's needs first. You are listening to You and Your Doctor, Living Longer and Healthier, an informative show that helps you find answers to questions you always wanted to ask, but did not have that somebody that could make a difference in your life. Call into the show if you have a question at 888-565 1470, and we will put you on the air to inform all our listeners. Now, back to our show.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning back in. I am your host, Louise Gomez, and with All County Healthcare. Our number is 954-717-7027. And here we are having a lovely conversation with John from the Volen Center. And I was just so impressed with all of the different activities we were discussing. I know you have transportation. I was just seeing that you have areas serviced Boca, Delray, Boynton, Hypoluxo, free rides to doctors. Wow.
If you're over 60, it's free. You can go to a doctor, you can go to the mall, whatever you want. You don't have to be a member.
Okay.
It's just open. In fact, I got a nice compliment from one of the Palm Beach commissioners one time when I was telling him about this.
Yes.
He goes, I think you have one of the best transportation systems in the county. I said, well, that's very pleasant to know. We have 30 buses.
30. That is amazing.
We're always looking for drivers because, we need more people.
Sure.
But that was nice. And I think the reason we got started with the free rides, one of our seniors came in one day and she had to go to the doctor's.
Okay.
She was paying $60 for a taxi or for whatever it was.
Yeah.
And you don't have the lifts. All of our buses have lifts
That's
in
right.
case you need it. And so we got grants and whatever the magic they worked.
Oh, nice.
And now they can do free rides for the seniors to come and go. And they don't have to be a member.
Oh, this is so impressive. I am just thoroughly impressed with all the services that you offer. Okay, case management services, emergency funds for past due electric bills, in-home help, delivered meals, personal care aids, medical supplies, caregiver support. This is really important. There are a lot of caregivers. There's a lot of caregiver burnout, as I'm sure you've heard. So you have that, service. And so tell us about the support groups. I know you have different types of support. Can you share with us a few
Yes.
different ones? Thank you.
We teamed up with the Alzheimer's Association, and twice a month
Okay.
we do caregiver support groups. We also now have a Parkinson's group
Good.
every Thursday from 2 to 4.
Good.
And it's so important because people with Alzheimer's, I've discovered over the years that the caregivers perhaps suffer even more because the person with the disease,
Yes.
they don't know anymore.
Right.
It's the family that their loved one is slowly disappearing. The memories,
Yes.
the personality,
Yes.
it's gone. And there's some pretty sad stories what goes on. One lady came to the support group and she had tears in her eyes. She was crying. She said, my mother follows me around all the time and she's banging on the door, am I okay and whatnot. What do I do? And she puts on 5 different outfits during the day and I
Yeah.
can't talk her out of it.
Yeah.
And I says, well, wait a minute. Is she bothering anybody by putting on 5 different outfits? Let her change her look. She goes, no, you don't understand. She puts on 5 outfits
Oh.
all at once. She looks
Oh.
like a Teletubby walking around. I can't take her anywhere like that. I
Right.
says, you're not going to reason with it.
Right.
Tonight, you go, take one outfit out of the closet, put it away. Tomorrow night, take another outfit, put it away. At the end of the week, you got one outfit that you've selected. She puts it on, she looked great, you're happy. She goes, yeah, but what if she asks me where her clothes are? Well, just a little white lie. They're at the dry cleaner. You'll pick them up later. She'll forget about that in 5 minutes. She came back the next month with a big smile on her face. She goes, son of a gun, that worked.
Really?
She had released, she had
Good
gotten rid of
strategy.
some of that tension in her life
Yes.
from that one item. And that's what you learn when you come to caregivers.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think the power of networking is everyone has different stories and they can share, right? Like,
Yes.
What works for me or what didn't work or, and they have the compassion because they're all going through it together. So I think that's also very important.
We have quite a few folks. Sometimes we'll have 20 people who come. And then the Parkinson's group is starting to grow as
Nice.
well. It's a different
Sure.
cognitive issue,
Yep.
but that's starting to grow. And so that's why caregivers, because most caregivers, about 40% of them will pass away before the individual does with the disease because of
Wow.
the stress,
Oh, wow.
the emotional stress. And I got some
Ooh.
pretty sad stories about people who didn't seek the help. Because I'll do this kind of thing with police departments,
Okay.
if I may.
Yes, of course.
And it was the Boynton Police Department.
Yep.
After I talked with the officers about Alzheimer's and what it does, One of them came up to me and he goes, I wish we'd have known about this a month ago. I said, why? For a couple of years, they've been getting phone calls from this particular residence about domestic disputes and whatnot.
I see.
And the husband was dealing with his wife who had Alzheimer's.
Right.
Well, when you're the spouse, your family starts to disappear.
Right.
They don't want to deal with it because mom's going to say things she shouldn't be saying or do stuff. The friends started to disappear.
Yes.
Here's this poor guy by himself
Dealing with
with
all
this
that.
stranger.
Yes.
He got a gun and he shot his wife.
Oh,
He called the police department, sat on his couch. When they got there, he smiled. He says, wow, I'm glad you guys came. I'm feeling a lot better.
oh my God.
I saw it on the news. I go, you're kidding me. But the pressure, that's what it had done to him, the tipping point.
Yes.
And then there's the other one I told you about, the lady whose husband,
Yes.
what have you done to my husband?
Right,
There's
right.
the happy side. So there's all things in between.
Everything in between.
That's why these programs are so important. And we don't just do Alzheimer's. Like you say, we have all these other things that we do as
Yes.
well.
What other support groups do you have? Or what other, I should say, what other services do we have?
Well, we have Volen Community Care,
Yep.
which is an in-home service
Yes.
for light cooking, errands,
Nice.
people who need the extra help. We have that, and we have 2 gals that run that for us. They have about 400 clients, I
Nice.
guess, something like that. Then we have the meal sites. We have 6 meal sites between here and Boynton.
Very good.
We do about 6,000 meals a month.
That's impressive.
And you don't, again, you do not have to be a member of the Volen Center. Any 60-year-old in the community can go to these sites and have a hot lunch every day.
wow.
And some of them, that's the only meal they get.
Yes.
Yes. And then we added the new one.
That's what I want to talk about. We got to get to this one. Please share. This
last
is exciting.
Last August, Pam Polani did a program at the Boca West Country Club called the Brain Bowl.
Yep.
800 people show up. She was raising money for the Fuller Child Daycare Center. And they raised about $100,000 to get involved with the Volen Center. So now we have child daycare
I
as part of
love
our
this.
programs, little 3 and 4-year-olds
I love that.
for parents who are working. And we have a playground for them out there. And periodically they'll come out and play with all the grandmas and grandpas, and they'll have coloring and read stories.
This is what they do in Europe. This is where I've seen, different studies. They say that it's so enriching for both parties.
Yes. Little Annie, if I may.
Yes.
You got some Kleenex?
Yes.
Okay.
We have 2 minutes left, so let's finish that story.
Little Annie,
Okay.
her daughter brought her. She was 85 from Hungary.
Okay.
Her mother felt she's listless, she needs something to do.
Right.
She brought her in, she was nervous. Our
Okay.
staff took her under wing, introduced her to some other ladies. About a month later, Annie comes up to me, taps me on the shoulder, and hands me a note. Says, Mr. John, I've made new sisters here. I love the children. This is wonderful.
Oh, I love that.
And she was having a great time. About 6 months later, after that, her daughter came in and told us her mother had passed away. But she said the last thing, God bless the Volen Center, that was the happiest year of her life.
Oh my
She says, I
God.
can't say enough
I'm gonna
about
cry.
that. And I tell that story because I wore out that little piece of paper.
Oh my God.
And we have so many stories like that.
That's
Which
so
means, and we have
beautiful.
2 new things on our website. It's called Meet Our Members. I interview like this
Okay.
with a member. Why are you here? Why do you like this? And you go down our website and you click on it and you can see the interview,
Oh,
just
I
like we're
love
doing.
that.
Okay. And then we have, we're on radio
Oh, great.
as well right now, like we are here.
Nice.
But for this season, every year we do hurricane meals.
Oh, nice.
I have about 18,000 boxes of meals like this just for seniors in case they get stuck in a storm.
Nice.
And they're free. Each senior can have up to 5 boxes if they want.
Wow.
In the 2 weeks, we've given away about 5,000 boxes so far.
So impressive.
And so anybody can call, come on in, sign your name,
Please
put your phone number.
call.
Yes, and get yourself some free hurricane meals.
Yeah, so please call the number. You can reach John at 561. Let me make sure I give the number. 561-395-8920. Please call, reach out for any of the services or to schedule a
Tour.
tour.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be amazing to do
Love
that.
to have them.
I know you would.
Anybody.
You're a giver, I can
Ah.
tell. So thank you so much
You're quite
for
welcome.
giving so much to the community. There are people out there that are listening and they get to enjoy these services. They get to benefit from that as well.
Come on down. Love to see you.
Absolutely. It was such a
Alright.
pleasure, John. Thank you so much. I
You're quite
appreciate
welcome.
it. Such a lovely conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to You and Your Doctor. We will see you next week. And You and Your Doctor is sponsored by All County Healthcare. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.